Dumelang Sanbanani. Welcome to Mokgadi Legacy. As usual, this is your girl Mokgadi. I believe that you guys are enjoying the videos. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Don't forget to ring the bell so that you can get an update about the next video. So today we're actually interviewing an interesting DJ by the name Chalk. Stick around, don't move. Take a walk with me.
Trust in me. Oh, you got
Chuck. How are you?
Good yourself.
Welcome to Mokgadi Legacy, finally.
Thank you.
Okay, please introduce yourself and just let us know who Chuck is.
Alright, cool. I'm Chuck Messina. Grew up in Stanton, moved to Midrand later on.
Yeah.
I'm in the IT field as well as a DJ. And yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Oh, okay. And then in terms of the DJing, when did you start the DJing?
It's been years. I'd say I fell in love with music from primary school.
Yeah.
Got into high school, and then I started doing. There was an activity or more of a what do you say? Yeah, I'll say more of an activity whereby it was called sound and lighting.
Yeah.
So that means I'll do all the sound for concerts, sports days, whatsoever. That's in high school level. I got my academics for that. I'm like, okay, look, this is cool. Now I'm going to start doing music.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to a DJ academy, studied music there for a bit. And then from there, I just fell into the music.
Yeah, you fell in love with it. You did like,
That's
this
it.
is what I'm going to go for it.
That's it.
All right.
However, not as a career, more or less, more of like a hobby that pays the bills.
Yeah. But finally, it actually got to that level where you're like, you know what, this is
Yeah,
where to
definitely.
go, and I love it.
That's it.
So if you were to describe the sound that you do, what type of music are you into?
I started off with house music. Then I realized, look, not everyone likes house music.
Yeah.
So now I'm literally accommodating a certain type of people. So I slowly starting to discover myself in other genres.
Yeah.
And from now I can say, look, I'm a multi-genre DJ, from your hip hop, your house, your kwaito, your Afro pop, your jazz. So I can accommodate our grandmothers, etc.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Because speaking of that, I've actually got to listen to one of your mixes. Actually, you sent
Oh,
me
yeah,
a
yes,
whole
yeah.
lot of mixes, but the recent one that you just sent me,
Yeah.
I love it, the R&B one.
Oh yeah.
Originally, where you from?
Originally from Mpumalanga. However, I wasn't born there, so I've got family that side. However, I was born within the Stanton, and yeah.
So tribe-wise, Mupedi, Muzulu.
Swati, Zulu.
Oh, that's interesting. So which side of the parent is it, Zulu, Swati?
In Mpumalanga, in Standerton. So it's literally on the border of Swaziland.
Yeah.
So my mother our family's pretty much in that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of music, like what is it that you're looking to achieve?
At the moment, I'm on a musical journey whereby there will come a time where I'll start releasing a few tracks. I am busy with some production.
Yeah.
And once I've got that online, I'll probably just release a couple of songs there.
Okay. So are you one of those that gets to do studio sessions, or you just compile music and just DJ?
At the moment, I compile music and I DJ.
Okay. And then what's this? Who's the one person that you've worked with and you're like, you know what, I loved working with them and I would actually want to do more projects with them?
Sure. I won't necessarily say I've worked with, but most people would know Lebs of the Villain from my FM. He was mentored by myself.
Yeah.
DJ Polly Rose as well. She just dropped a single about a month ago. Also mentored by myself. So on my side, I like working with people who we can uplift each other.
True.
And not necessarily work with someone who's really at that standard.
Yeah.
And I'm here, so I'm trying to push myself to get to their standard. So
Yeah.
I believe in working together as a team. So yeah, it's been like that for me. But however, people I do look up to would be it's always been DJ Kent.
Yeah.
And Euphonic, now known as Timber.
Yeah.
Those are guys who have done well in the industry, and I actually admire their work. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So I would like to just step into the personal side beside the music. In terms of traveling, how have you, like, what is that one location that you've been to or you want to get to, and you're like, you know what, this is where I've always wanted to see myself, you know, having fun and all that?
No. In terms of, are you referring to in terms of the DJing or just
No,
on
leisure.
Maldives.
Doesn't have to do with music.
Maldives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why that?
It looks peaceful, eh? I've seen the photos and
Yeah.
And then Krista posted his honeymoon there. I'm like, yeah, I have to go there. So yeah, hopefully your honeymoon one day will be there.
Oh, so honeymoon, does that mean you are you're getting yourself out of the game?
I am out of the game.
Lucky lady,
Yeah.
lady, that's beautiful. So I heard you mentioning the IT part, you
Yeah.
know, so are you full-time in that or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am IT and in IT within, it's been about a couple of years.
Okay, just walk us through on what exactly, you know,
Yeah.
which company are you working with and how long have you been working with?
I'm not going to really say the company, but where I currently am. So I studied IT, all right, at college, and from there I fell into the IT distribution space, of which was about a couple years, probably 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Now that's pretty much whereby one would work with your printers, your laptops, whatsoever. So obviously we just distribute those to certain companies.
Okay.
At the moment I'm in a company whereby I'm in the health and safety division and pretty much looking after key accounts within that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what keeps you going? What keeps you going? What's the push? You know,
I'd say, I won't say necessarily that keeps me going, but something that puts a smile on my face and say, look, you got to push harder.
yeah.
I've got an 11-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter,
Okay.
and the daughter doesn't stay with me, stays with the grandmother, and
Where?
I get in Orange Farm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get videos literally every day, and
Yeah.
that just puts a smile on my face, and it makes me look. Daddy needs to work harder now. Daddy needs to provide.
So you
know?
have
So-
more reason to
Exactly.
want to wake up and make things happen.
Exactly. So yeah.
Okay, so in terms of, okay, now I'm just gonna ask according to what you telling me right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
because I just want to understand what in terms of being a father, you know, what are the challenges that you faced?
I won't necessarily say that major challenges.
Yeah.
However, when lockdown came in, now you're looking at yourself and you're looking at your budget and like, okay, my 9 to 5 is still secured. That's good. But now the DJing
The
side.
DJing side, tell me about
Yeah,
it, the
so-
industry.
Yeah, so it had an impact on a lot of artists as well. However, look, we survive. You know, we get through such things and we get on our feet.
True, you just have to keep trying,
Yeah.
find ways on how best you can keep going and all that, yeah.
I think a lot of people actually learned that, okay, well, from this COVID thing, you know, we can now strategize things in this way instead of that way. So
yeah, it's
a lot of
actually
things
a
are
good.
working out.
It's a good thing if you look at it in a positive way. That
Yeah.
it actually strengthened you. You know how to look deep down and find what you can be able to change
That's it.
and keep going. All right. So, if in terms of the DJing part, what would you say sets you apart from the other DJs?
I think being multi-genre. Why I say that everyone right now is focused on the pianos or amapiano, and then there's people who focus on hip hop. But now there's still a break there. There's different gaps,
Yeah.
you know. Alright, so like let's say for instance you're in a club and you drop a Kwaito track. People love the Kwaito because it refers to their era, you know. It brings back memories for them, and I'll say that's one of the things that also sets me apart from other guys. Yet again, I also accommodate a few Indian weddings, so I'm slowly learning that.
Yeah.
Now I've got a mentor by the name of Sean, and he's Indian, and he also, kind of fools me in, okay, let's do this way.
Yeah.
This is how Indian tradition is, So I'm learning that tradition when it comes to the DJing side of their industry as well, and how things operate on their side. But when it comes to Afro pop as well, guys don't DJ that. Now we, as DJs, we too focused, we like this, and we're not willing to look that side, what's there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So as soon as a new genre comes, like, yo, we're all doing that.
True.
And another thing that also I fall into lately is your soul. I'm listening to a lot of soul. I'm starting to mix a little of soul. So your Sunday kind of music, your 80s own kind of music. So that's.
I'm quite impressed that you mentioned the multi-genres that you have to, include in your sets and everything. Because most people nowadays, they get to lose that, once there's a new genre that's in, people get to focus on one genre, forgetting what there's other, genres that you can actually fuse in and just play around instead of just being a one focused person, because that one limits you. It limits you. So since there's like two occupations, if I may put it that way, because that's like the IT part and the music part. Are you in a space where you just want to push both of them, or there's one that you really want to be in it and focus more on it?
Sure. At the moment, I'll push both of them. Should I get to a point whereby, okay, now the capacity on the DJing is hectic, I need to, it's something that I would consider, but possibly look into an IT business of which I don't run on a day-to-day basis, so something like that. Obviously, one needs to look at more than one income, so you have to secure one thing on one side and the other thing on the other side.
Definitely. Would you encourage the young one out there that's actually watching right now to pursue DJing as a career?
School first. First of all, school first.
Yeah.
Just to go back, when I started with my DJing, it was very hard convincing my parents, look, I want to do this. And they're looking at me and like, are you mad? DJing, going to the club, making a lot of noise,
I know that.
And I had to look. When I started the DJ Academy, I was still in high school. So luckily my mother was like, look, I'll pay for this thing, but you also got to show me some results as well. So I'm like, no stress, cool. Did that as well. So education is key.
True.
But become a level. So education, whereby is your primary, your high school, I would advise on that, and then fall into education or the learning of DJing. So most people don't really learn how to DJ or go to academy, but they taught by themselves.
Self-taught,
But either way, as long as you're prioritizing on education to make your parents happy,
True. And then in the DJing part, what was that one challenge that you'd actually, point out and you were able to work around it and take it as an advantage rather? What was that challenge that you faced?
There's lots of challenges in competition. You'd get multiple bookings and you look at your, like, damn, this is some good money, but I can't take all of them. And you try as agents, look here, I've got a gig for you guys. You can take my sound, do this here. But the thing is, the client I'll say the client or the customer would have gotten a referral from someone else. So they expected you to be there. Now that is a bit of a challenge, because now you need to try and persuade, look, no, I'm taking my guys there. So it becomes a win-win situation, because my guys would have to deliver the exact same quality as if I wasn't there.
So, so it's still on that one. Do you have a team that actually helps you, manage all the events that you get?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it were to be a club booking or a restaurant booking, yes, I'll go there because the sound would be required, would be in there already.
Yeah.
But should it get to a mobile disco sort of setup whereby I'm required to bring my own equipment and it's the 21st or whatsoever,
Yeah.
I'll have to be there with my equipment, and that's where I was bringing my team. And I said, look guys, this is the thing, this is what we're doing today.
Okay. All right. So let's say you're booked.
Yeah.
Do you prefer what's this? Having a ready-made set, or you'd rather prepare it a day before?
You can't look honestly. DJs can't prepare sets.
Yeah.
No. Why I say that is, I remember there's an event I did. I think DJ Kent was playing before me.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Kent, as long as euphonic. So
Yeah.
now I need to rock up behind, like after them. And I'm like, yo, this guy's killing me. He's rocking every track I'm playing. How am I gonna do this?
Yeah.
And he's going, and he's going. And I'm like, yeah. Now I'm walking there, I'm shaking. What I'm gonna play? You know?
Challenge. Yeah.
You know, so that's where I learned to never prepare sets. You'd rather walk in there, try to arrive early, a bit earlier to listen to who played before, what kind of flow he was playing,
Yeah.
read the crowd, and hit.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. In terms of your expectations, you know, like the crowd, how do they receive your music? You know, like the minute you put on your set, like what is the response that you get from the crowd?
What generally happens is I'll play a warm-up, maybe about 30 minutes just to warm up, to read whose heads are nodding, you know. And obviously by arriving early I would have picked up what the previous guy was playing. And then from there I'd actually know, okay, play this sort of range and start hitting at this time. Especially like now, last night I was at in Four Ways at Mokgadi, and surprisingly it was packed. And I started off nice and softly, and I picked up some heads moving. And okay, now's the time. Hit. No, that's when people start enjoying.
I think now, since all you said you played last night, it's actually a huge advantage because people have been locked down, you know, locked in the houses, and now that they're getting out, you know, it's one of those things that regardless of what music you play, you just want to have fun.
That's
you
right.
know? Okay. What is that one thing that actually lockdown has taught you, you know, and you would want to tap into it immediately? How, you know, this whole shenanigans is over and done with, or even if it keeps going, you know, so that one thing you would deal, and you can be able to say, regardless of the situation, I can still be able to survive.
One thing that lockdown has taught, not only myself, but a lot of people, that one needs to have an emergency budget in case of emergency. You know, you tap into some funds which you thought, okay, now I'm gonna get a new cell phone or something, but you know, that's not your emergency fund. So one thing is, one needs to budget, and on my side, I would say the budgeting side for such things that happen now, I wasn't prepared because obviously I depended on my 9 to 5. Okay, cool. That pays the bills. My gigs money will just, you know, it's spending money. Okay, cool. You know, just go out to the movies or whatsoever. You know. So one does need to put in a lot of money invested into something, and it will reward you in the long run.
Okay, I understand that you have a team, right? So how do you align yourself in terms of the busy lifestyle that you've got yourself into? You know, the DJing, and you've got is it a 9 to 5 everyday job? How do you balance that?
Sure, it is tricky. However, one needs to keep on pushing. With the team, they can cover when I'm not there in certain things. For instance, during the week kind of events, they can handle that. Some of my team members are studying, so they can actually juggle with that as well. It is a challenge most times when it comes, especially when it's December. December you get a lot of bookings usually, and you get to a point where I need to take a few days leave.
Yeah.
And they start giving me, leave, why? You know? I even was scared to post on social media because now the bosses will be like, oh, so that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is that they are 100% aware that they know what my hustle is as well, so it's all good.
Alright. So between the day events or the night events, which one do you prefer most?
I prefer using my day to spend with family. Evening, I'd rather go out, although sometimes you do need some evening time to be with the family.
Yeah.
But now, with the whole lockdown and the new curfew, I'm like, okay, so now day party.
Yeah.
I was literally saying to my fiance, okay, so you wake up in the morning, you bath, you have breakfast, that's it, I'm going out to Rockets or whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that's like 11 o'clock already, you know? So, the day partying, I'll say it's okay.
Yeah.
Yesterday was my first time doing a day gig, and it's.
And how did you find it?
Wasn't bad. It's nice.
Yeah.
People are chilling outside and playing some nice music.
Yeah.
It's a nice atmosphere, and
So I take it you actually like the night.
I like
Yeah.
Well, I like the day because nights quite risky.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I don't drink is I drive home like late at night,
True.
and one needs to be 200% alert to what's happening on the road. And I actually saw this last night. Coming back around about 10, now everyone's rushing to duck into their hole. You know, this curfew thing's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Because everyone's trying to rush in to duck home, and it's not busy.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I heard you talking about the nights, times being all risky. Have you ever been in a space where you were not safe during, the DJing and all that? It could be in a, area where it's like not safe and you got...
Usually with night events, I travel with one of my friends. They also DJ as well, also one of my team members. So, we look out for each other.
Yeah. So he's like your bouncer while you checking out.
I'll tell you something like that. Because there was a time whereby I was driving back from one of the gigs in Midrand, and I looked in the mirror and this car's not driving properly. And he told me, look, that car. So they make it a point you speed off like very quickly, because you don't know what to expect. You can either get hijacked or whatsoever.
True.
So those are the things that happen at night.
Yeah.
Accidents. You just need to be cautious. That's about it. Yeah.
All right. And in terms of family-wise, have you ever been? Have you taken them out to one of your events that you were DJing at? Your kids and your fiance?
My fiance, yes. My daughter's still too young, but she likes dancing.
Yeah. She actually took after the dad. It was like.
Yeah, she likes dancing. My son, she'll literally. Well, I can't take him anyway. He's too young. But when I've got my equipment set up at home, he wants to DJ as well. And he'll be on my case that, okay, when are you going to show me this? When are you going to show me that? I'm like, yeah, I'll show you, but remember, school first.
Yeah.
And to think of it, he's still in primary school, so I'm a bit concerned showing him too much. So, no, he enjoys it, and he's like, oh damn, I want to be a DJ.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask him, what if one day he just wakes up and he's like, Daddy, this is what I want to do. Would you give him all the support, or would you rather want him to do something else besides?
Yeah, I think you can't dictate to anyone what they must do. It's something that you find within him, and he's seen me DJ, he loves it.
Yeah.
And okay, look, it's cool. School first, either way, school first.
True.
And I think it also comes down to kids like following an image. So if I were to do something, they'd want to do it. So yesterday, was Saturday, yeah. So yesterday I took him to Saturday school, and I was like, I need to sell this car. I'm like, no, you can't sell the car. You're giving it to me. So it shows that he wants to be a DJ because Dad is a DJ.
Yeah.
Dad drives this car now. He wants that car.
it,
You
yeah.
understand? So it's those things. So it's key. I think it's key for every parent to show kids from right to wrong. One of the reasons why I don't drink, because your kid will end up picking up, oh, Dad drinks, why can't I?
Yeah.
You know, Dad smokes, why can't I? So it becomes down to one of those things.
Yeah. So social media wise, are you active, or you actually have somebody that's in charge of it, or you're doing it yourself?
I do it myself.
You do it yourself.
Yeah.
And how do people get in touch with you? Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, so look, I'm not really on Twitter at the moment. I find it too busy for my liking.
People are very afraid of Twitter. Why?
Twitter's too busy. And, excuse me. You'll post something now and it's like, oh, okay. They just jump on snap at you like, hey, okay, it's almost now, you know. But I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and it's DJ Chuck SA on Instagram. DJ Chuck SA on Facebook, or Chuck Messina on my personal page as well.
Do you do your let's say you have what's this, DJ? Do you do live streams or?
I don't do live streams. Lately, there's too many people are doing it. First of all, I just find that too many people are doing it. If you were to do it, you probably get like less than 20 viewers because people are too focused. Okay, let's see what I want to do. Okay, let's see what I want to do.
But you know, at some point, it's not about getting all this 100 views and everything. You can get just that one person, and you might find that person you need, you know. So
supposedly.
Yeah.
Well, I believe in planting a seed. For example, I'll go into the studio, record a mix, post it out. That mix is now yours to keep. You know, by you playing it in your car and a friend jumps in, hey, whose songs are these? Like, oh, I want it.
Yeah.
Now you see, now that video is. See, that person is not following me on social media, but you jam it in your car, it already sees, okay, cool, Chuck's music or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Going back to 2012 when I was in college, I don't know how I managed, but I would go to college, come back, sit and do mixes. From 2012 to 2013, I saw I got about 150 mixes, of which I just posted wherever. And I get guys, oh, mix 125. I'm like, which one is that? Now I must go, oh yeah, that's one. Okay, cool. Although I don't do that as much anymore because I'm just too busy. But I'll get people commenting and saying they're in the ballpark. I'm like, I don't know the person. How do you get it?
Yeah.
You know, from one month.
From,
okay.
something
So
else. Yeah.
exactly. So
how often do you do the mixes?
Yeah, too bad. I recently started doing a short and sweet kind of mix, which would be about 10 minutes, and which I've said I'll drop every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
After the first one came out, people liked it on my Mixcloud as well, and people can actually stream it there or download or whatever they want to do. I'm pushing to do mixtapes every month, multi-genre. So I've done a hip-hop mixtape, just local hip-hop. I've done an old-timers mixes, which relates to our uncles, our aunts.
Yeah, way
so far
back.
town kind of music, you know. That's also uploaded on my Mixcloud account. I've done R&B, which is also on my Mixcloud. Now and then when I at events, I try and record mixes. Sometimes it gets too busy that I even forgot to push the record button.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah.
So in terms of compiling the different genres, do you go by the feel, or you just wake up and decide, you know what, today I just want to do house, or, you know, way back music?
I'd say I try to align it with what's happening. For example, the old-timers mixtape that I did. Okay, well, I've never seen someone do this. And it's a Thursday.
Yeah.
Let me drop on a Thursday, you know? So it's throwback, but relating to old-timers, etc.
What's happening, yeah.
Exactly. The hip-hop one I did was this whole thing about support local businesses. So I'm like, okay, let me do a local hip-hop mix, you know? And obviously in relation to that, And I was actually saying yesterday to a friend of mine and to a fiance, look, I've never done a gospel mix.
Oh, that's quite
that'd be
interesting. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm not so touched with the gospel side. So I've also just compiled some music for me. I'll listen to it and see if it's possible.
And now that you're speaking of gospel, I've never had a mix yet, the typical gospel. Yeah.
So I'm gonna attempt that. If not today, yeah. Today's Sunday, so it kind of it goes with it. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to do that today.
I would really love that. I want to get to hear it since I'm
Probably throw some joyous celebration somewhere along there.
Yeah, that would be quite interesting. Okay, please look into that camera, with, some enthusiasm, energy, and say, take a walk with me.
Take a walk with me.
This is the end of our chat with DJ Chuck. As you can see, he even left a signature. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Ring the notification bell for the next video. Like, share. Would actually like to see what you guys think. Leave your comment below. From me to you, take a walk with me.